This is a marathon week of pack and ship videos. Hi everyone, I'm Vicki with Avante-Avenue. Welcome to my channel. I have been wanting to do this for a long time. This is a marathon week of pack and ship videos. I video a lot of eBay sales that I pack to ship, and they're kind of accumulating, and I need to just put them out there. I'm going to be posting on YouTube pack and ship videos of various items that I've sold over the last several months that you haven't seen the video of the pack and ship. If you love pack and ships, be sure to subscribe because I'm going to pack all different kinds of things and show you how to do it step by step. With that said, here's marathon day number 1. I sold 2 Noritake made in Japan saucers. I'm going to show you how to pack and ship them. I'm going to be using some 6-inch styrofoam plates. And I'm going to layer these up. A styrofoam plate on the bottom, then a saucer, another styrofoam plate, another saucer, and finishing off with one more styrofoam plate. Let's wrap it in some tissue paper. This doesn't help for breakage, it just looks nice. I'm using large 1/2 inch bubble wrap, and I have 2 sheets laid flat and then one 12 by 12 sheet on the diagonal. Let's get it rolled up and taped up. And at this time I'm using my packing tape. Nowadays I use masking tape, but you're going to see me using my packing tape in this video. And then let's take measurements. I'm using an eBay box 10 by 8 by 6. And I always like to do a test fit first before I add any other packing materials. I cross-laid 2 sheets of bubble wrap one direction and 2 the opposite direction. And I like to add a thank you label, which I print 30 up on a sheet of labels. Let's check the fit again. I still have a little bit of room left here. What else can we add? So out everything comes out of the box. I have these really large air pockets which came in something that I ordered. Let's see if these will work. I still need some more filler on top though. Another one of those large air pillows is going to work great. Everything fits great. Let's get it taped up and in the mail. I have another one for you. Keep watching. Let's pack and ship a vintage recipe pie plate. Southern pecan pie. Boy, does that sound good. This is a vintage pie plate made in Japan, and I've never seen one like it before. Got it at the Goodwill for about $3.99, and we're going to pack this and get it shipped. Let's wrap the lid first. I'm really concerned about the handle at the top, and so I'm going to take some tissue paper and run my hand down through it on the diagonal and wrap it carefully around the top, the knob, you might say. And I'm going to run it carefully around the handle and just use some regular tape. And I'm going to do this a couple of times. Here's a tip for you. I printed these little labels up. Not really a label, just a piece of paper that I cut out. Do not tug or pull. Thank you, Avante-Avenue. The last thing I want them to do is to pull on that tissue paper that I've wrapped around the handle. But let's wrap the lid up in some more tissue paper. Again, this doesn't help for breakage. It's just a nice presentation to my buyer, and it helps protect the finish. Let's wrap the bottom of the pie plate with some tissue paper. I have to tell you, I'm not really sure if I should pack this with the lid facing down or the lid facing up, so I'm experimenting here to see what works best. I've got some 1/2 inch large bubble wrap in the bottom of the pie plate, but I think I feel the handle hitting the bottom of the plate, and that's not good. So I'm going to try 2 layers of 1/2 inch bubble wrap. But I'm not really liking this either, so what else can I do? You know, when I'm packing and shipping, things evolve as I go. I decided to try some packing peanuts in the center of the pie plate. I do have to have some kind of filler in there. So I grabbed my vintage Tupperware measuring cup peanuts and I filled it with peanuts. I'm going to see how many it takes. But I don't want these peanuts to go everywhere when they open up the lid. So I'm going to try putting them in a plastic bag and see if I can make that fit. It takes a little bit of adjustment, as you'll see here. I was actually surprised how many peanuts it was actually taking to make this work. Once I had it just right, I just taped the bag closed and pushed things around, getting ready to put the lid on. Doing another test fit here. Like I said, the last thing I wanted was for the buyer to take off the lid and have these styrofoam peanuts going everywhere. Sometimes I go straight to large bubble wrap, but with this item, I really wanted lots of bubble wrap. So I'm going with small bubble wrap first, and I have 3 sheets here and 2 sheets of small bubble wrap going the opposite direction. So let's get this wrapped up and taped up. Again, I'm using my packing tape for this. And I'm adding that little note on top so they'll see it first thing. Time for the large bubble wrap. I have 3 sheets. Again, this is 12-inch wide bubble wrap. It's perforated every 12 inches, and I have 3 sheets. That's 1/2 inch bubble wrap. I added a 12-inch square on the diagonal underneath the pie plate, and I'm adding another one on top. As I said, I'm really concerned about that handle. It looks pretty good. Let's get this wrapped up and taped up. But as I was checking it on all sides, I could feel the plates. So I decided to add some more bubble wrap on the diagonal on each end. It's really important to do this step, to feel the item completely on every side, every angle, and make sure you don't have any hard edges exposed, because it does happen. It's better to catch it now. I'm using a USPS large mailing box. This is a regular priority, not a flat rate. I use this box all the time. It's box number 7, and it's inside dimensions 12 by 12 by 8. But let's do another test fit. I still need some packing material to take up space on the bottom and the top. Do any of you watching this video ever order every plate? These insulator sheets came in with my last order, and so I thought, well, why not make use of these? But I discovered something I wasn't expecting. This is like blown-in insulation. I'm sure it's food safe, or they wouldn't have used it because it came from every plate. But I had to do something, so I decided to tape up all the open ends that had the exposed insulation. Some 2-inch wide packing tape worked fine. It needs something around the perimeter, so I'm using some more of these styrofoam peanuts. Some of it did get in the bottom of the box, and I did go dump that before placing this square. It really didn't take very long, and I felt like I was using up some packing materials. I was being resourceful. But at least now you know, if you ever go to use these, this is what happens. So expect kind of a mess to clean up, and have some tape handy to tape over the ends. It's sold for $69.95 plus shipping. So yes, I got $80.99 out of this. And as I said, I paid $3.99 at the Goodwill. When I listed it, I estimated 5 pounds. However, it came in at 5 pounds 4 ounces and cost me $14.15. The difference of $3.11 wasn't so bad on this one because I did make really good profit on it. This happens sometimes. I was happy for the sale. Let's pack a fairly large photo frame with glass. This Looney Tunes frame sold on Mercari a couple months ago for $25 plus shipping. My first concern is how to protect each piece of glass. So I decided to try some painter's tape since that's fairly easy to remove, and I cross-taped every section of glass. Next, I wrapped it in some tissue paper. That doesn't help for breakage, but it does protect the finish and looks good for the buyer. And then I slipped it into a plastic bag. And I can't forget my thank you label. I'm using large 1/2-inch bubble wrap, and I'm cross-laying it 2 pieces each direction. Let's get this taped up on every side. as I was feeling around the frame, I could still feel some hard edges, so I decided to add some more bubble wrap. It's time to take a measurement, and sometimes I do check my measurements twice. I'm going to use this new box that I have from eBay. It's 12.5 by 12.5, but I do have to make some adjustments to it, and I'll show you how I do it. Just keep on watching. And I decide I want a little more bubble wrap. It is glassy nose, so you can't have too much bubble wrap. As you see, it's a flat piece of cardboard. So I need to make most of the folds myself, so I'm checking the height. So again, here checking the sides, and I need to get my ruler and a marker and decide where I need to make my fold. I like to keep a very thin piece of cardboard on hand. Sometimes that helps me get a level measurement when I have something that's already wrapped in bubble wrap. You'll see here how I use it. So I've measured this off, and I need to make some marks and draw a line. And then I'm scoring that line, and the scoring tool that day happened to be my staple puller. And sometimes it helps to score it a couple of times before you make the bend in the cardboard. Checking for fit, looks pretty good. Let's repeat the same process on the other side. And I'll speed this up. Now we have the short ends to deal with. They need to have a fold. It's only about 1 inch this time, and it was a little harder to make the fold, but I used my wood ruler to help me as I show you here. And then repeating the process to the other short end of the box, and again I'll fast forward. I decided it would be easier if I just go ahead and tape down the rest of this bubble wrap that I've added. So as you can see here, I still have a gap, but that's okay. I'm going to show you how to deal with that, because you might have to do this once in a while when you're adjusting a box. I need to make a filler piece. So I just take a measurement and then find some scrap cardboard and cut out a piece that will work. As you can see here, I used a piece that was actually wider than what I needed, because I want to make a couple more bends in this and fold them down around my package. It didn't take very long at all to do this. I did decide to tape down that center piece of cardboard, that filler piece. I'm taping it down. It's looking pretty good. Everything's fitting just fine. Now we have a lot of taping to do, and I will fast forward through this. I think the most important place to start for taping is to get the corners lined up and start there. I taped all 4 corners and the top. Adding extra tape to the ends. Again, adding tape wherever it's needed. I decided to write top and open so that they would open it from the side that I wanted them to. I do this occasionally, and it's good to go. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue. Be sure to subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue. I'll see you soon. Simple sales for good profit.